My name's Conor Gavin and I'm one of the clinic owners here at SoCo Performance Clinic in the Victorians. So we're a sports performance clinic, so it's a multidisciplinary clinic. What that means is that there's lots of different professions working here, and what our kind of aim is to bring the standards and the treatment practices and the treatment equipment that you would get if you were an elite athlete and make it available to the general public. I was watching an interview with an NFL player earlier on in the week. Their defence has been touted as being really good this year, whereas the last few seasons it was touted as being really bad. And people were asking him, what are you doing differently? And he said, we're not doing anything differently, we're doing the same things, but we're just doing the basic things very well. So I was looking at that and I was like, that really applies to kind of what I've learned over the first couple of years since we're opening, that instead of looking for the big splash moment, or we need to get the big splash contract with X, Y or Z, that you focus on the really kind of basic details of what will set us apart, which is like really good quality assessments, really good quality treatments, that we're approachable, that we respond to our patients well, all the real basics that sometimes get overlooked. So that's probably been the biggest thing that I've learned. So we chose Iconic because we were initially set up down in South County Dublin, which is where we got our name from. As we were growing out there, we were getting more of a reputation. There was more people coming to the clinic, but the vast majority of them were coming out to us from the city. We looked around at a few different locations and we came across Iconic. We really liked the Victorians for how central it was. And we also really liked the fact that there was a large member base here that we could access. That the team at Iconic would facilitate us in getting our message out to them and help spread the word. So that was probably the biggest reason why we chose Iconic over anywhere else. My biggest role models in terms of business are actually closer to home. So say my mother was a nurse and my father was a small farmer growing up, and say my wife's parents, they're involved in small business in a country town. So seeing how they made things work throughout kind of fairly trying circumstances in the 80s and early 2000s and stuff like that, they're kind of the people that I really look up to the most, because I can relate to them most and they're the ones who give me the most perspective, I'd say. Favourite way to unwind would probably be just getting outside and getting fresh air. I went out mountain biking at the weekend, so I got bruised from it to show. Or I'm going to try take up some new sports, like anything like that that just takes the mind off the work side of it. Or going out for meals with the wife, I better say that as well, just in case she sees this.